Hey everybody, hope you're having a good day. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression / review of the Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation, and this is the liquid version. I have the shade Porcelain 0. Now, I would have gotten the shade Alabaster, which is 00. However, they stopped stocking it in my Sephora in my hometown. On the box, it says, lightweight water-based foundation instantly hydrates and freshens for combination normal and normal to dry skin. Buildable coverage, long wearing, and I believe it has SPF. Yeah, SPF 15. Has a really nice glass case and a pump as well, which is really nice. I've been wanting to try this foundation for so long, but I've always kind of stayed away from it because I have kind of combo oily skin, and I don't know, like anything that says like freshening, hydrating, dewy, like I kind of just stay away from. But lately I have been using a really awesome setting powder, which is the NYX HD translucent powder, and that's been making more dewy foundations like matte and like more long wearing. So I really wanted to give this foundation a try, and hopefully it works well with my setting powder. So here I only have the foundation on this half of my face, and it definitely did even things out. I didn't use a primer at all. The only makeup I was wearing before I started this application was like a little bit of mascara and like a little bit of brows. I do like to see how a foundation works on its own without maybe something underneath helping it out. As you could see from the clip, the foundation was quite runny on the back of my hand. But it did make it very easy to blend, especially with a very soft, flat top kabuki brush. So here's the foundation on the entirety of my face, this side with a brush, this side with a sponge, and I definitely like the sponge side better. I think that it just applied a little bit nicer, and also the side with the brush I found made my face look a little bit more textured than with the sponge. So next time that I apply this, I'll definitely use a sponge for my entire face. I would say it is definitely more than a light coverage foundation, but it's definitely not any more than medium at all. I'm going to add a little bit more to my cheeks where I have a little bit of redness and see if it is buildable at all. I do think this foundation is buildable, although I didn't get a lot more coverage even with a second layer. I still have like a little bit of redness. You probably can't pick it up on. I will say that it's definitely not as dewy or oily feeling as I thought it might have been. It is actually like a semi-matte finish, and I think once it sets a little bit more, it'll be definitely dry to the touch. It definitely mimics real skin. As far as the color, I think it's okay. Definitely would be the shade that I chose of what is available. The next shade up, which I think was called Warm Ivory, was just like tiny bit too dark for me. Warm Ivory would definitely be more of like an NC20, whereas I think this one is more like an NW15, and then the Alabaster would be definitely like an NW10 in MAC shades. The Porcelain shade definitely has a neutral undertone. It is not yellow at all, and it's not too pink either. I did want to talk a minute about its comparison to the Stic formula, which I do have. I do have the Stic formula in the Alabaster shade. There it is there. I made a video about this like a really long time ago where I compared this Stic formula to the Maybelline Stic Fit Me Stick foundation, and obviously this was the winner if you've watched that video. It has really great, the same finish, the same coverage, and the color is really nice for us pale girls as well. I will say though that The reason I don't use this stick on a regular basis is because it does look really, really good on like my cheeks and my forehead, but on my nose and on my chin where I have like sometimes a few dry spots or flakes, it definitely accentuates dry patches like around your nose, things like that. So that is something I like about the liquid because it definitely does not cling to dry patches. Normally I don't apply powder for the same reason I don't wear primer, just didn't want it to alter how the foundation performed. But I think where I am undoubtedly oily skinned and that foundation is not technically for people with oily skin, I am going to set a little bit with powder and see how it performs with that as well. So I'm going to use my NYX HD Studio Finishing Powder, which is just a white translucent powder, very similar to the Makeup Forever HD powder, but I actually like this one so much better, especially if you have like little dry flakes. This one does not cling to them nearly as bad as the Makeup Forever one or like the e.l.f. one. I think it looks really, really nice. Like it's the perfect amount of coverage for me because I like coverage, but I don't like to look like I have a lot of makeup on my face. I am gonna go get my hair fixed. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with it. If you guys didn't see my new hair vlog, I'll link that down below. And I want to thank you guys so much for your comments and advice on that video. I definitely solidified my idea that I had where I think I'll just go like slightly bit on the cooler end. Like right now it's like a very, very pale gold kind of baby blonde, and I think I just want to go just like slightly more on the beigey icy tone. So yeah, I will talk to you guys very soon and let you know how the foundation did. Hey guys, I am back. I am filming on my iPhone right now because my camera died and I just didn't want to wait any longer to give you guys my final thoughts on this foundation. Yes, my hair is a little bit different. We darkened it up just slightly and made it more of like a beigey, ashy shade, even though it's not like as like princessy gold bright in your face. I think it's just like a little bit more wearable. Okay, back to the foundation. It looks really good. I stayed pretty matte, like I have not touched up my powder, I haven't touched up anything, and I usually am very, very shiny within just a couple hours, and it's been 6.5 hours actually since I applied the foundation for you guys on camera earlier. So yeah, the only things like around my nose kind of wore off, and on my nose it's actually looking a little bit more powdery than I want, as if I didn't even need the setting powder. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, everything else, like it looks really good. It stayed on, not sliding around. I'm really, really pleased, especially because this foundation is marketed as like a moisturizing and you know, like natural, like maybe even dewy, and it is literally not dewy at all. And I don't even think if I had put setting powder on, it would still be dewy. I mean, everybody's skin type is different, but no, I'm really happy that it works for me because usually I can't buy that kind of foundation. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and you can always subscribe if you want to see more of me. I upload new videos every single week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.